Welcome to Behind the Camera Podcast, a podcast for teens. I'm your host, Annie Flores.
I'm your co-host, Anissa.
And today we're going to be recapping year 5. So when I say year 5, I mean like from June to June.
Yeah.
That's how my year goes. Like I don't start my year in January. I start my year in June because that's when the new senior rep team starts. So year 5 started from June of last year and they finished June of this year. So I thought it would be a good idea now that we're done with senior rep year 5 to kind of recap, highlight all that stuff.
We just took the end of the year trip in San Antonio, which is our first new
Out of the
location.
valley.
Yes, new location. It was very fun.
It was. And you know what? I know San Antonio, everybody says it's just a bigger version of the valley, but I think it's still better though because we have so many more options for scenery, for like backdrop options,
Photography spots
basically. And not only that, there's just like so much more fun stuff to do there. So like we were able to go to San Antonio, and since we were doing, so we were going to do, or we did do a Upper East Side theme, like a Gossip Girl theme. And so we chose the Bexar County courthouse area because it has that like New York vibe. And so it turned out really good.
I loved it. They looked amazing, and the kids did a great job.
Oh my God.
Bringing the Gossip Girl vibes to life. Even the guys. Like, we did the OOTD, and the guys were like, oh, I've never seen it, but I looked at the Pinterest. And it was so funny because they were, like, spot on still.
It was good. It was good. And I was getting kind of nervous because, like, so I had told the kids, like, 2 months before the shoot. I had given them the Pinterest board. I made a Pinterest board of just kind of the vibe. And so right away I had kids respond and were like, what about this? What about that? But it was only 1 or 2. And as we got closer to the shoot, like nobody, because I like for the kids to show me the outfits just because I want to make sure everybody goes well together when it comes down to it. And so nobody was sending me their outfits. So I was getting kind of nervous, like, what are they?
Typical seniors though. They're just like, yeah, like I got you.
I know. I'm like, what are they going to show up in? But then as they all got there, I was like, oh my God. Like they all just killed it. They all just killed it. And so I was super happy. But yeah, so the shoot went really well. And then we did the Six Flags the next day.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's just like more stuff to do. So I think we're probably just going to stick to out of the valley end of the year trips from now on.
Do you want to talk about what happened after night 1 and before day 2?
So yeah, okay, so
just trying to you're trying to like act like it didn't happen.
Let me preface by saying that by this time in the year, I'm always running on fumes, like complete fumes. Like I'm not eating, I'm not drinking, I'm overworking, I'm out in the elements with the grads taking pictures all day long. It's super stressful. And then I'm bringing in a new rep team. I'm exiting a new rep team. We're doing interviews, like the whole thing. It's just, this time of the year is just super, super stressful, and it's really hard on my mind and body. And so I do a really bad job of taking care of myself. Like I neglect myself as much as I can because I'm working and trying to get everybody their photos and all that stuff, which is not an excuse.
Yeah,
it's not an excuse, but that's what happens. So anyways, so we're doing the photo shoot, everything's fine. But that whole day and the day before that, my heart rate had been like in the 160s all the way close to 200, which is not good. Like,
what's good? What's the normal?
Like 70, like in the
so
like
it's double.
60s to 70s.
No, it's past double, almost in the triple.
Yeah. So like I had just done a photo shoot the day before that, and it was like during the day, so it was hot. So I was like, okay, I'm in the 190s, but it's hot.
Yeah, it's hot outside. Like I guess it'll do.
Like it wasn't a sign at all.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm getting tingly like in my arm. Something's going on.
No, I'm like, don't pass out.
I know.
Don't pass out. And then
traumatize all the kids.
Yeah. Okay, so then we're doing the photo shoot and everything's going fine, but my heart was kind of elevated. And then, okay, so you know when you're like preparing for something and your adrenaline is going like all up to leading to that. Like,
and then
so
it slows down because it's already over.
So like that whole Thursday, Friday, we're packing and this and that, and we're getting over there and like checking to the hotel, and it's just like complete like commotion. So then by the time we finish the shoot, I'm like relieved. So I'm like, yes, like let's go eat something.
You
like
relieved too much, your heartbeat almost stopped. You almost flatlined. Oh, whoa, don't relax that much.
That's like really relieved. And so I was like, yeah, like let's go get something to eat. I'm finally gonna relax. We went down to the Riverwalk and then got something to eat real quick, came back. Anyways, so then I'm getting ready for bed and I'm like, Anissa leaves my room. She was hanging out there. She leaves and I'm like, okay. I roll over and my heart just starts acting funky, like so awful. I couldn't breathe. My heart rate was again like 160 something. That was me in the bed doing nothing. Like I was just trying to relax. So it just was not stopping. And then I started getting like really, really heaviness in my chest. So I'm like, okay. My husband's like, I think it's time to go to the hospital, which I didn't want to do because I was not even in my town. Like I was in San Antonio. I just never know what to expect when I'm not home. So I'm like, okay,
I mean, you are notorious to go to the hospitals in San Antonio, so it is kind of like your home.
I know, because last time Noe ended up going to a hospital because he was having a heart attack, or we thought he was, but he wasn't. Anyway, so yeah, so then we ended up going to the hospital because I was like, I cannot die on this trip. Like, the reps are going to be traumatized.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to die in the middle of the trip. Like, what are they going to do tomorrow? I'm going to ruin their Six Flags adventure.
Oh, that's what we're concerned about. Yeah.
And then I was like, Anissa's never going to want to come back to San Antonio like ever again. She's going to be so traumatized.
No, and the funny thing is, she already knows I'm going to be traumatized, and yet she left me asleep in the room next door.
Well, yeah, because, okay, have you ever met a dramatic person? Like, have you ever had a dramatic person in your life and like they just kind of make everything like a lot worse? So
no, I'm gonna be at the hospital with your mom. My heart feels weird too.
Yeah. No, she would try to make it about her.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, you know what? Nobody knew, just my husband. Nobody knew. I didn't call anybody. I didn't tell anybody. It was just me and him at the hospital. Because I'm like, you know what? Let me just see what's going on. What if it's just anxiety? Like that's happened before. So we get there and they put the EKG and like, no, it was not anxiety. It was like everywhere. It was doing weird things. And they're like, okay, well, let's get you an x-ray. Let's do this. And so they just kind of started the whole like, you know, assessments of everything. And then the doctor came in and he's like, yep, you have a heart arrhythmia, you know. And I'm like, oh my God. And then so it turns out I was stressed out a little bit.
And you can't be drinking caffeine.
And I can't be drinking caffeine. And that's another thing, guys. I was addicted to energy drinks. Like when I say I would drink like 3 to 4 a day, I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
With this schedule of taking photos like from morning to like evening, editing, all that stuff, like that's what kept me going because I don't have time to eat. Like I really don't have time to eat. Like
so you couldn't get the energy off of the food.
Yeah. And I don't make time to make food. Like I just would rather do one dinner and then that's
But
it.
now are you making time?
Yes. So now I'm making time. But yeah, so then that happened. So that happened night 1. And then I was devastated because I didn't get to enjoy Six Flags. Like I really didn't.
Wait, you did for a little bit.
I did for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And then I started feeling so bad. Like I just felt like I was going to pass out. So I got on one ride with the kids, which was really fun. The gully one.
Yeah, the
What's it
gully
called?
washer.
The gully washer. I got on the gully washer. That one was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
All the girls got on one and all the boys got on another one.
Yeah.
And that was fun. I really enjoyed that one. But like my original plan was to like, you know, hang out with the kids and finally be in an environment where it's not a work environment. It's just like a fun environment. And I just wanted to like, so I did get to watch them. Like I recorded them, you know, getting on the rides and stuff. But for the most part, it was like sitting in the shade or things like that. So yeah, it was good. It was good. I think they had fun.
Yeah, no, they
They
did.
looked like they had fun. They stayed till like the park.
Yeah, at first they wanted to be there to the fireworks, and the fiesta ones they don't go off until I think like 8:30 after the park closes. And we had gotten there at what 10, 11, or
most of them got there at 10.
Most of them got there at 10, and we got there at like 11 or 12.
I got there late because I didn't get out of the hospital till 4:30.
Yeah,
and
she
then
was tired.
I was like, I need to sleep at least, you know, something if I'm gonna go to the park. So I slept until like 9:30. So we didn't get there till 11.
Dude, but those poor kids' parents. Like, the parents were just there.
They were
the whole day,
so,
just like finding shade, sitting down.
They were so, I think the parents were so exhausted. Like, so then we did Six Flags, and then we went to dinner after.
Yeah.
We went to Chicken and Pickle.
Which, shout out to Jenna.
Yes, shout out to Jenna for organizing everything. Like, she reserved the pickleball place, and she like found it and everything. So I really liked it. It was good. The food was good. The environment was good. It was a good time. And by that time, I was already feeling a little bit better. Like, I was a little bit more like in higher spirits or whatever. So it was good. So tell them what happened after everybody left.
Oh, she started crying. I could have predicted that like last year.
I got so sad.
Every year it's sad. I feel like every year it's so sad because you build a bond with these kids, and even me, and that's because I'm not even like
here all the time.
Yeah, I'm not here all the time. I'm just here during like big events like Thanksgiving, the Christmas party and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
the bigger stuff.
Yes, that's where I'm mainly involved in, just because her and Davina by themselves, I'm not saying they can't handle it, but an extra hand would be helpful. So that's whenever I see these kids.
Especially with like 20 reps.
Yes, no, exactly. So I was devastated, and that's because I didn't see them as much as she did, and it was just so sad.
Yeah, like...
But I think it's more just sad knowing that like they're gonna experience this new journey of like college and stuff without you, even though they're still in their lives. Like, they still text you and y'all still communicate, but it's just like aw, like,
yeah,
I remember.
it's just like it's over. And so so when we start the senior rep team in June, we start every June,
or not even in May for headshots.
Last year we started in May. This year we started a little bit later. Like, last year by May 3rd we were already doing headshots. This year we didn't start till like mid-May. And so so then in June I tell the kids, like, this is gonna go by so fast. Like, try to make everything, try to come to everything, because if you miss out something, like, everything kind of starts going really fast. And by the time you know it, it's over. So like, you want to try to make as much as you can. And like, I feel like I told the kids that last year, but like, it went way faster than I even thought it was gonna go. Like, by the time I knew it, it was like football season, and then it was Christmas, and then it was like grad season, and then it was like end of the year trip. Like, I just feel like it went like that. Like, it was so fast.
Especially with all the kids, because you're trying to squeeze in their senior Sundays, you're trying to squeeze in the graduation sessions, and then sometimes they even book extra on the side too, where they're doing like birthday sessions.
And then besides the senior rep team, I'm running my business. Like, I'm working with regular clients and doing all that, and then we're doing the podcast, or we started the podcast, and so like, there's just so much to do throughout the whole entire year. And so it just fills up the calendar. So when they leave, it's just kind of like a feeling of like, I didn't really get to enjoy it that much. Like, like, it just went by so fast. And I do my best to like try to spend as much time with the kids. Like, I try to go to as many of their events as I can. But like, January to May, my calendar is like slammed booked. Like, it's just booked solid. And so it's kind of hard for me to squeeze in anything from like January to May. So yeah, it's been an amazing year. This rep team, like, I feel like every single year they just get better and better.
I know.
And like, this was our first year with the athlete team, so they were my guinea pigs. So it was like, okay, so now we're gonna kind of like tweak a little bit, like how we're gonna do things, and like maybe change things a little bit. But yeah, it was good. You know what made me really sad too? Prom.
Really?
Yeah. Because prom means it's getting like close.
Yeah. No, yeah,
prom is like, okay, it's like 2 more weeks.
And they all look so grown up in their little dresses.
God, I know. I love watching them during prom, like with their dates and like their little bouquets and stuff. Like, I just love it so much. So that's one of the good things that I like. Yeah, that I like to do with them, is I really look forward to prom.
When now graduation.
And now graduation.
Getting invited to kicker graduation parties.
Yeah, so yeah, I got invited to the Vela kicker. So let's see how that goes. That's on Friday.
She's gonna wear her boots.
I'm wearing my boots. I never get to wear my boots like for anything, so I'm so excited. The last time I wore my boots was for a wedding up in the hill country. So I'm gonna dust off my boots. I'm gonna put them on.
I won't be there because I'm gonna be getting my wisdom tooth removed.
Yeah, she's having surgery.
Yeah, so I hope I don't die. Hopefully I'm here next week for the next episode.
This is why she didn't go to the hospital, okay? This is why I didn't wake her up. She would have been like, oh my God, you're dying.
I know.
She would have been making it like way bigger.
No, I'm scared to get my wisdom tooth removed, so.
Yeah, that's kind of scary. No, you'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah, that's scary. No, I asked the nurse, the dentist helper,
The technician, I don't know. The dental hygienist.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know what they're
Jenna
called.
would know because Jenna does it.
Oh yeah, that's Jenna's field. Jenna's going to be an oral surgeon.
Well, I asked the girl. I was like, "Oh, have people died doing this, like the surgery?" And she was like, "No." I was like, but then she looked at me like if I was dumb. But I'm like serious. Like I'm 100% serious. Like I feel like I'm gonna die. But just send me prayers, guys.
It's anxiety.
Yeah, it is anxiety.
It's because you're thinking about the worst possible thing that could happen.
Yeah, but then once I recover from that, then we're gonna get the next episode in.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's gonna be graduation, and then the Olympics.
Oh yeah, so
you
this
need to
year,
tell them about the Olympics. It's our first year doing this too.
yeah. So we decided. Okay, actually, I think it was like some of the athletes and like Luis were like,
Yeah.
When we did our doggy volunteering thing over there at the Palm Valley Animal Shelter, they were like, oh, we should do like because I was like, what should we do? Like, I kind of want to do like something with sports, and somebody mentioned doing it like a field day, like when we're in elementary. And I was like, oh, that's such a good idea. And then I was like, we should have like an Olympics day. And
Yeah.
at first, it was just going to be for year 5. Like, it was going to be like athletes against like regulars. And then I was like, wait a minute. Like, why don't we just have it like further into the summer? And it could be like incoming reps versus outgoing reps. So we'll see how that goes, though, because like, so year 5 is already checked out. Like they're ready to like move on to the next chapter.
They're trying to pick out what dorm they're gonna live in.
Yeah, like they're basically gone at this point. So I'm like, okay, like I hope they come. I hope they can come. It'll be fun if we have the 2 teams. But if year 5 just kind of is ready to move on and they don't come to the Olympics, then we'll do like athletes against regulars. Yeah. But I really want it to be year 5 against year 6.
I think they will.
I think so too. It's like a dead part of the summer.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of June. Like
most of our boys and girls, they like coming to do random stuff.
Yeah, and like by then the graduation parties are pretty much done, and they're not at college yet. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll keep you updated.
I'm excited.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing all like the Olympic stuff. So we're doing tug of war.
It could be like the Disney games.
Good old. What Disney games?
You don't know about the Disney games?
No.
It was this thing like in the early 2000s where it was like
like
Ashley
Tisdale, kind of like Nickelodeon.
Kind of, but they would wear like they would be teamed up in different teams. So it'd be like the red team, green team, blue team, yellow team.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, now. Like a show.
It was kind of it was like a show in the summer.
Yeah,
and they would
of like games.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like I think it was like a 3-day or a week thing, and you would literally just watch them play games.
Oh.
And I think you could like vote who would win or something like that.
Oh, yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing.
It's going to be cute.
Yeah, it's going to be cute. And so we rented like an event center with like a pool and stuff. And we're going to be doing like dodgeball and like running and all the stuff. And so it should be fun. We're definitely going to get some, I don't know, what do you call it? Participation from like our audience. Maybe we'll have them. Maybe they can vote.
Yeah.
Maybe part of them winning is like our audience voting for them.
Oh, like one of the points.
Like one of the points will be a virtual like
decision.
Like a what do you call it? Like a favoritism point. Like your people's favorite.
That would be cute.
Oh, that would be cute. People's favorite. They could vote either year 5 or year 6. And they get that point.
I don't know year 6, so I would have to put my money on year 5.
Yeah, well you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like the voters.
Yeah.
We'll
it's going to be like their followers.
We're going to see. Yeah. So that would be one of the points. So yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm excited for that. And it's our first annual. So we're just trying it out and see how it goes.
You watch someone get hurt.
No.
we need to have liability.
No, don't even say that. Don't even say that. We're moving on from this. We're not going to talk about that.
Do you want to tell them anything new you're going to do with the senior reps this year that you haven't done in the past? I know we had one idea of having different reps come onto the podcast.
Oh yeah,
if they're willing to. I mean, obviously it's like busy season with senior year. Like football games and stuff.
Well,
so.
I've mentioned it to a couple of the reps already, and they're excited.
Yeah.
So we're going to be, they're going to be coming onto the podcast, and they're going to be talking about topics that are near to their heart, experiences, life experiences, or whatever, different things that are relevant to you guys. And then we're going to come and just talk about them and, see how we can all relate to it and just kind of like have a conversation about it. One of the reasons that we started this podcast was because we wanted to get like conversations going about different, issues that teens face that really don't get talked about.
Yeah.
And so we've already done a bunch of really good episodes. Like we've talked about depression, we've talked about anxiety, we've talked about bullying, all that type of stuff. And so it's just really awesome when people tell me like, oh yeah, I listened to the podcast, and like, because it's like, oh yay, like, like I want people to understand that it's okay to talk about things, even though it's awkward sometimes or like it's uncomfortable.
And I would want it to be something like if you wake up having a bad day, like you're just like scared to conquer something at school, and you just like put on the podcast like while you're getting ready, and it's like, you know what, like, yeah, someone else is going through this, like it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, because you know what, when you find someone else that's going through something,
especially in your age group,
you already feel like a little bit less alone with it. And maybe you'll feel a little bit more courage to like talk about it to somebody, or anything like that. So yeah, so that's one new thing that we're doing with the new rep team. Also, they're taking over my TikTok. So I need to show you some TikToks that we're gonna do. Oh my god, they're so funny. So they're gonna be basically the face of my TikTok for this year and see how it goes. And then of course they're gonna continue with like my Instagram and stuff like that. But we're gonna be bringing you like way more interactive things like with the senior reps. And so I'm excited. And I think when I did interviews, one of the main things that we talked about was like social media presence. Like that was like the top on my list, because the reps are going to have, this like amazing opportunity to be on my social media and like, reach out to the younger crowd more than I can. Yeah. Because, I'm old.
They're like, well, this weird lady.
No, yes. That's how I feel sometimes. I feel like the creepy, like older person that never moved on from high school.
Well, don't feel that way. Well, because your friends are high schoolers.
No, I hate when my husband says this all the time. Okay, so I have to keep boundaries, right? I have to be like, okay, I'm like the adult, like professional person, and these are like the reps that represent my studio, and I'm here to take their pictures, because my husband calls them my high school friends.
But it's because they're so fun to hang out with.
They are so fun to hang out with.
So we get excited to like go to events because they're going to be there.
Because they bring out the kid in you.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's how I feel. Like they bring out the kid in me, and like I have fun when I'm with them, but we're not hanging out. It's not like a hangout.
Y'all, we're not friends, guys.
We're not friends. I am your photographer.
You're annoying. You're also, what are y'all going to do later?
I know. Yeah, no. So like I have to also keep my distance a little bit. Like I can't be all up in their business, because they're probably like, whoa, this weird lady.
They're all mom. So she won't leave me alone. No, I'm so excited for this next year though.
Yeah,
because most of them I've never met.
Yeah, because I did interviews all by myself this year.
Yeah, last year Davina
you sat in like in 5.
Yeah, last year Davina and I did the interviews because she was recovering from her surgery. So doing that is just like not on her list while you're like trying to recover from a major surgery.
Like I was literally on bed rest, so I couldn't.
So Davina and I...
So I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
Like I really didn't.
It was like the opposite.
Yeah. Like I was like, I hope y'all chose good ones. And I didn't meet them until like headshot time or orientation. Oh, the party bus. The orientation is when I met everybody.
No, and it's so funny because we were talking to the reps at Six Flags. We were talking to, I think it was like Caleb, Luis, and Byron. And we were all waiting in line for one of the rides, right? And Caleb was like, I remember you interviewing me. And I was like, oh yeah, like I remember that. And Byron was like, I couldn't figure out who was Pixel Annie. He was like, I thought Davina was Pixel and Anissa was Annie. I was like, what the heck? And then Luis was like, yeah, like all of y'all looked real young. We didn't know who Annie was. Just I guess like in the moment you're nervous, like your brain's just fogged, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah. But it was the funniest thing ever, because I was like, wow, that's such a boy thing of them to say. Like,
yeah. No, I know. So I think that, I'm excited for year 6. And I'm just gonna, we're just gonna do so many new things, and hopefully it goes well. I really want this year to not go as fast as last year did. And then just kind of something to add on to that, for some reason, it's probably because I neglect my health, but for some reason, this last year was the hardest year I've ever had in my business, in the sense of like, is that your earring? Dude, your earring just fell off your ear.
Dude, a ghost pulled my earring off. Okay, carry on.
It's over there.
Dude, it's like rolled.
Just ignore that.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, I had the hardest year. And I don't mean in the sense of like not having business. My business was like, it was good. Like it was good.
You're mainly just like,
it was.
Did you have just like a mental block kind of thing?
I had like a low motivation.
Where you're just like, I can't, well, because you were burning yourself out.
Yeah, I had like a low motivation. But then you know what? Last year is the year that I left my counseling job to do this full time. And so that was a huge adjustment for me. Like it just, it took me a while to kind of like balance everything. And then, when you do that and you leave your cushy, comfortable, high paying job to do something like this full time. And then now all the pressure is on you to like, okay, now you got to produce like income to feed your family, pay your bills, all that stuff. So that's kind of hard. That was like really hard on me. Thank God, he always provides. God finds ways for me and opens doors, and my business ended up being really good. It was just that like adjustment period that really got me. And I feel like it just like weighed on me so much that by the end of the year, I was like burned out.
Yeah.
Like I was so burned out. And I kind of even feel a little bit guilty because I skipped out on a bunch of things I think that I could have done and gone the extra mile just because I had to preserve like my sanity.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do all the things I wanted to do because I think I would have really liked, like, I don't know, I just wanted to, like, for example, maybe like not booked as many sessions to do more things with the rep team.
Okay.
But like I couldn't do that because everybody needed a photo session. And then like, I don't know, I just feel like it was going to be too much to do the photo session and the rep stuff. So I kind of had to pick one. So it was like, okay, I have to just like focus on clients right now. And like, not that I ignored the rep team, but I kind of like, and also they're really busy too.
Yeah.
Like from March to like now, like I haven't seen a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Because they're just like really busy.
Not even since January.
Yeah, it gets really busy. So like that's why I like the senior Sundays, because that gives me one-to-one time with them to just kind of like catch up, like, hey, how are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like, get that one-to-one time and take their picture and kind of focus on them that week and feature them and all that stuff. So I like doing that.
I like the senior Sundays. They're just so cute. It's like, I feel like you go the whole year. I mean, as a viewer, like, let's say you don't really know any of these kids. You just see like, oh yeah, like that one girl that Annie takes a picture of, or Annie's a rep member, whatever the heck. And then you see kind of just a more of an insight of who they are and what they want to do in their future, like who they have in their circle. And it's just so cute. I know. I mean, I personally know these people, but I feel like as an outsider, it would just like warm your heart.
Yeah, no.
And they always choose a sad song too. So it's like,
oh, this year we started doing the slideshows.
Yeah,
last year we didn't do that last year. So this year we started doing like a slideshow of all their favorite pictures, and then like I do a quick interview with them here in the podcast area, and then just kind of like put that voiceover, and it just adds that like sad, like oh
a tear.
My God, yes.
Well, I feel like last year we couldn't have even like thought of doing that just because of how many we had.
So last year we had 33 reps. It was crazy. Like this year we have 25, which is still a lot. Because we couldn't decide. I couldn't decide. Okay, I will take full responsibility.
The year that we had 33, she also couldn't decide. So if she puts this added stress, it's because of her. Last year, we were like very firm. Davina and I were like, no, like 20, 10 and 10. That's it. That's final. Like we interviewed them. We know what we like want.
No, because last year there was no athlete team. It was just one big team. This is the first year we had an athlete team.
But that still doesn't matter as to why you picked 33. Like, that doesn't justify anything. If anything, that's even worse.
Well, yeah, but like, okay, this is my thing. I love everybody.
I know you do. I'm like, so I do love everyone too, but at the same time, it's like it's a business decision to where, am I going to do more kids to where I can't focus on like your clientele, like your business? And like, yeah, you want to make everyone happy, but at the same time, it's like, you got to do what's best for you.
Yeah. So we chose 25. So
the side eye.
So this is the thing. We had chosen 20. And we had chosen 19. Right? And then there was...
We had chosen 19 and we just needed one more person.
Okay, we had chosen 19. We needed one more person. There was 5 people on the side that we could not. Okay, everybody kind of voted. We had like alumni look into it. They kind of like gave their input. And then at the end of the day, I was like, oh, I really don't want to say no to these 5 because everybody was kind of ranking them a little differently, except for one person was like consistently on the top. So I was like, oh, like... I still want these other 4. So then it was going to be like 24 kids. And then I was like, let's just make it 25. So then I threw like a wild card in there.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's how we ended up with 25. But, you know, I'm happy with it.
No, as long as you're happy. You're going to be the one doing the sessions and everything. So that's on you.
I know. But then, you know, this is another thing it's very like realistic. Is that not everybody shows up all the time because everyone is so busy. So like when I say I have 25 reps, like when we have an event, probably like 17 will show up or like 15. Like that's usually the average. We always get maybe like half of them.
Yeah, even on the senior rep trip,
except last year's team, the 33 member team.
Are you talking about July? The 4th of July?
Everybody, no, for everything. The back to school. The 4th of July, like those kids showed up. The 4th of July
was the scariest one though, because we were in a field and it was just like a line of kids. I was like, oh my gosh, like how are we gonna pose? How are we gonna do anything?
Yeah, because our logic or my logic was like half of them are gonna show up. Yeah, right. Everybody showed up. Like everybody showed up. And
even
I was like, oh my God.
During our beach trip, most of them showed up.
Yes, it was just like those kids were like. Die hard, like I'm gonna show up to everything, and it was amazing. Like I think that team had a really nice bond. Like everybody did.
It was 2023.
What?
That class? Yeah, it was 2023 because this is 2020. Oh no, this is 2025.
No,
so
they
it's
were
2024.
Yeah.
When did everything become back to normal from COVID?
2022 ish.
Oh, so maybe not.
Why?
No, I was just saying maybe like they're just so like fed up with COVID, like not being able to do anything.
Oh yeah, no, we're like way past COVID. No, I think they were just like really excited to like be a part of the team, and so that group ended up coming to everything. So then I was like, oh my God, like I can't do that again, just because I had to kind of like water down my time with them because I had more, so I had to kind of like spread myself thinner. So I'm like, okay, this year I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So I ended up with 25, but that's okay. So so yeah, that's what happened there. But I don't even know what we were talking about.
I don't remember either.
We both have ADHD, by the way.
We were talking about having the new reps and things that are going to be different. And yeah, just a recap of the past 2 weeks with the reps leaving us, sadly.
I know. And so...
But they're going on to do great things.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's going to amazing colleges.
They're just, like, so successful. And I'm like, how do you keep it all together?
I know. Like, most of them, I'm like, what?
Like, not only did they, like, graduate, like, in their top 10%, they got like amazing scholarships. They got acceptances to amazing schools.
They still did cheer. They still did
cheer. They still did sports. They still did like so many things. And it's like, oh my God, like how? Like I'm stressed out just watching them.
I'm just like,
yeah. So no, I'm very proud of all the kids. But yeah, so yeah, no more huge teams like last year. That was hard. And now we're gonna do 25 and see how it goes.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And then let me see. We're going to be starting just in the studio. We're going to be starting like our sports session. So like everything starts again. So like the school year is about to start for class of 2026. So I'm getting ready to send out like emails to sign up for like sports sessions, football program sessions.
That's the big hit. That's like the most. That's like the most. Time is of the essence. Photo shoot that everyone tries to get in because the deadlines are all different. For every district.
And so we do those like in June and July, and then it's like so hot outside. So like, so then we do a bunch of those, and then we do some studio ones. It just kind of depends what you want. So we're starting that, and then I feel like summer's just gonna go by so fast. By the time you know it, it's like football season. So that's a whole other like thing, because football season is hard. Like I don't know, I'm not going to speak for other photographers, but it's hard for me because like you're physically like out there like the whole entire game. And like I shoot the whole time. Like I shoot the opening stuff, like the little ceremonies they have or whatever.
And last year you were barely recovering from your surgery, and the years before you had like complications.
That's what I was talking about. I was talking about how like it was the hardest year. Because I was adjusting. And so
maybe this year will be better just because you're kind of like fully healed,
and I'm already adjusted to
the lifestyle and the schedule.
So like I'm shooting the opening, and then I'm shooting the 2 quarters, and then I'm shooting halftime, and then I'm shooting the last 2 quarters, and then it's like, so I learned how to go home like during 4th quarter. Like I'm not gonna stay to the end, like
especially if it's a big blowout. I mean,
no, and not only that, like I'm driving home, and like as soon as I get home, I have kids like, are the pictures ready? And I'm like, oh my god,
like,
I just got
home. Where are my pictures?
They're like, where can I find the pictures? And I'm like, hold on, I haven't worked on them yet. Like I'm still like, I just got home.
Usually Thursday and Friday nights, I know she's gonna be up past like 1 or 2.
More than that sometimes.
More than that sometimes. So I'll text her like, hey, are you awake?
Sometimes I'll be posting my pictures like at 5 in the morning. And then like, so during football season, I don't book anything on Saturdays because I'm asleep.
Like that's your Sunday, basically.
Yeah, that's like my Sunday. That's like my day to catch up on rest and stuff because,
next week it's the same thing all over again. And luckily you don't do too much volleyball.
I don't do too much volleyball.
Because volleyball...
I don't think I have any volleyball girls this year.
Volleyball usually falls on a Saturday or beginning of the week, like a Tuesday or Thursday. So that would drive you insane, I feel.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Imagine going to a volleyball game after a Friday night football.
No.
She's like thinking about like, no, I cannot.
I can't. No, it's really hard for me. Like mentally, physically, and emotionally. To like follow up anything.
Sorry,
like,
volleyball players, nothing against you, but
I just can't do it. I'm
sick.
I'm sick. No, but just kind of to recap, I'm gonna miss year 5.
I know,
and that's about it.
It's okay. We'll probably have them come back on the podcast.
Yeah, that would be nice for them to have them visit a little bit. That would be a good
catch
idea.
up, because most of them are going out of town.
Like
I know we have Jenna going to Dallas. We have
Caleb's going to UT. Maddie's going to UT.
Luis is going to College Station.
And then Elisa's going to UIW.
We have our Texas State girls. Which is Ava and Mia.
I mean, everybody's pretty much leaving. A couple of them are staying here, but everybody's pretty much going out of town.
We'll probably bother the ones that are staying here.
Be like, can you come on the podcast?
I know, like, what are you doing? They're like stressed out with finals and stuff.
No, but we're excited. We're excited to have, a new year starting. And then with the podcast, like, we're going to be doing weekly podcasts now, stay more on top of it now that summer's here and it's a little bit slower. So if you have any topics that you want to hear about or like anything, let us know and we'll like work on an episode,
whether it's random or even if it's just like lady topics.
It could be anything. It could be random. It could be anything teen related, or it could be something a little bit more serious. I know a lot of that I have a whole career where I was a counselor for some years, and so I'm licensed in that, so I can always give my professional
we should do a would you rather episode.
A would you rather episode?
So we could post a question on Instagram, and it's just like funny would you rather topics, just to have like a fun and light
I've
podcast.
never done that,
but do you know what I'm talking about?
I just have never,
like, would you rather sleep next to a bear or eat a cockroach every morning?
I would much rather sleep next to a bear, because the bear's gonna sleep, just don't move.
What if it's hungry?
You said a sleeping bear.
I never said a sleeping bear. I said, would you want to sleep next to a bear? But anyways, I feel like that would be a cool episode.
Yeah, that would be fun. Anyways,
we start fighting over it.
Yeah.
Would you rather? But anyways, yeah.
Thank you for joining us. We're going to be back next week. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and follow, or I guess that's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Subscribe and like our episode. You can even rate it or leave comments. If you're listening on Spotify, please like it and subscribe to us also. Yes. And we will be back next week. So thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye. Bye.